Oh, man. Last Friday before the big game? I'm so excited. What are we talking about?
And we had a lot today. We did a Riot food fight with Mountain Dew Ice, which if you want to catch up on our Radio U Riot YouTube or Facebook page, we don't just say that for fun. We want you to join us there because we always try to offer more for you to check out. But our podcast is also available to listen to there, too. And then we had Josh from Glasslands with a brand new song on Radio U.
That's true, too. So there's that. You know, Nikki, I feel like in highlighting Josh, you left out April the Giraffe.
You're right.
And
we
I feel like she deserves equal placement. Also, we did, as Nikki said, the food fight, my voice command world, Bitcoin mining, and our potential NFL career.
What we could do.
And that's not just something we're saying. Like,
if we're willing to do that, we might get something great in return.
Nikki and I could end up in the NFL. I feel it.
I think you more than me.
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so, Nikki.
I don't think they'll let me in.
Oh, no, I think they will.
Okay.
I think they will. I will tell you this. Well, I was going to say we're going to have to shave your head, but that's not true because lots of NFL players these days have really long hair and stuff. But we're going to have to ditch.
There's no girl players in the NFL, right?
Not yet.
Not yet, okay.
But, Nikki, you're destined for greatness.
I don't think I'm good enough. I think you have to have the talent, though, to be able to push those boundaries, and I don't even have the initial football talent.
Well, here's the thing. If you are willing to just be on the practice team.
Oh, just something?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be a cheerleader. I don't want to be a player. So maybe more of the coaching staff?
No. You're going to need to be a player if you want to get those endorsement deals.
True.
Yeah. So
find out more coming up in a second.
I think the cheerleaders make $1 an hour and work 80 hours a week. So that's not for you.
I don't want to do that.
No, you don't. Enjoy the podcast, and we'll see you Monday.
Have a great weekend.
Bye.
You're hearing it for the first time, and it sounds terrible. It's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
Nikki, you remember Chuck Norris?
I do, yeah.
Texas Ranger?
Well, he's also to the meme sort of thing where if, he can do anything.
Right. You know, Chuck Norris, what is it, like his tears cure cancer?
Yes, that sort of thing.
Unfortunately, he's never cried. Things of that nature. He doesn't do push-ups. He pushes the earth down.
Sure.
You know,
you get the feeling of it.
A lot of options there. Chuck Norris has just announced that he is suing CBS and Sony.
I saw the headline for it, but I didn't catch what they're actually suing for.
So here's the idea. He says that basically there's all this streaming money that has been made from Walker, Texas Ranger, and they were supposed to be giving him a certain cut of syndication rights and all this stuff for years, basically since 2004. And he says he's received absolutely none of the revenue from any of the streaming rights. And I think it might be any kind of video on demand, might even go back as far as like DVD sales and something like that, which of course now is negligible. But there was a time in not too recent memory, like 15 years ago, when people would be buying DVDs like the ship was going down.
Sure.
The building was burning. Give me them DVDs. And so Chuck feels like he is due $30 million, though.
That's an excessive number, but since we're not in it, is that a reasonable number when it comes to what they're asking for, or are they making a statement and an example?
I don't know. He says that he negotiated a deal with CBS and Sony that was a pretty significant cut of those kinds of sales, which I don't know.
So if you do the math, it would equal out to that?
23% cut is what he said he was supposed to get.
I guess I'm sorry, what was the show? Walker,
Texas Ranger.
Guess I'm just more surprised that would make that much money.
Me too.
For that side of things, for him to even make that cut, it's like, wait a minute, so how much is he actually making?
Well, I mean, just quick math, that would be about $120 million would be how much that he's alleging that Walker, Texas Ranger has made.
Has brought in for CBS?
Yeah. So
that's more than I thought it would be.
That's kind of a lot.
I know, so that I guess it's just harder to believe out of all of this.
Maybe we just don't understand TV money.
Probably.
Maybe that's what it is. They would be like, yeah, $120 million.
And that's even old TV money. Like, it's an old TV show.
Well, if he's asking for, maybe he's adding, interest on it or something like that. You know, nominal yield, 20%. You should be able to expect to get blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I've never seen Walker, Texas Ranger. How's that?
I've only seen one old movie. I think my dad played once of his, where he was, in the jungle or something. And I'm sure this is it's an outline of all Chuck Norris
Missing
movies.
in Action? 1 and 2?
No, it's not that. I'll have to look up his IMDb.
I watched I think it was last year. I watched a Chuck Norris movie that I found on Netflix. It was like old, 70s something. I think it was called The Paragon? I don't know, but it was about like
None of those sound familiar.
Something about like an island and there were ninjas. I started fast forwarding through it because after a while it became a little bit much.
See, I mean, he should be making money off of all that.
Yeah, well, in this case, I think it's just the TV shows. And here's the other thing I didn't realize. I mean, I guess you start doing the math. If he was making movies in the 70s.
Sure.
But he's 78 now.
I think it was Delta Force. I think that's what I've seen. I think that's it.
He cranked out. If you go back and look, like, dude has cranked out a lot of movies.
But they all look like they have the same cover.
Well,
like the same box to it.
My thing was, last time you and I had this conversation, I realized I had never seen a Chuck Norris movie.
So you took care of that?
I went back and watched a Chuck Norris movie, and it was not good.
Glad you followed through with that.
It was not good. I also recommend, if you really want to see a great Chuck Norris moment, I saw this one on YouTube. I don't remember what movie it is, but he's been buried alive in his truck.
Oh, God. No, that's what we watched. We watched that on YouTube, didn't we, that morning?
Yeah.
And you're like, doesn't he come out? He gets the truck out of being buried.
He drinks a beer in the buried truck, and then he slams on the accelerator. I think he screams, and then the truck just comes up out of the dirt.
Like, that gives you unrealistic expectations if you happen to ever be buried in your truck.
Nikki, I feel like it teaches us a lesson. With beer and yelling, there's nothing you can't accomplish.
You know, I just don't understand. But I guess maybe those movies were popular back then.
Hey, you know what? If Chuck deserves $30 million, I hope he gets it. And if he doesn't, I hope he sees the error of his ways.
If not, I bet the judge is too scared to not give it to him.
Yeah, he walks in like, "Thank you for your service, Ranger. Your Honor, he was never actually a Texas Ranger.
I'm giving you now $60 million.
The Riot.
Apparently, some of the less athletic types go nuts for this stuff.
Radio U.
Now, I have to ask you, are you happy right now? Okay, maybe in the morning, that's not a great time to ask. But, overall, are you happy? Because if you're not, I might have a place you could go to get happy. Yale.
As in Yale, the college?
Wait, Hale? No, Yale. Yale, yeah, that's right. They have a new class called Psychology and the Good Life. And it is the most enrolled in class in Yale history. 1,000.
Is it the easiest, or?
No, it's about how to use psychology to be happy. Huh. So that's the name of the class, Psychology and the Good Life. So understanding the way human beings work and applying that to having a happier existence. So Dr. Lori Santos teaches this class, which I said it was the most in history, 1,182 undergrads, twice a week it meets. She said that in Ivy League, she found that her students and her fellow teachers seemed to be under a great deal of stress. And so she designed the class because she wanted to teach them how to enjoy college and enjoy life while still, of course, accomplishing the life-changing things they'll do as Yale graduates.
Do you think, like if you're a college football coach, you win a bowl game, you get a bonus? Do you think if you're the most attended class or something like that, you get a bonus at Yale?
That's a good question.
Like, hey, my class is number one.
That's weird. I've never been to Yale, but this is in a church. There's a huge pipe organ. Maybe it used to be a church, but there's a big pipe organ in there, and it is packed. There are so many people in that class right now.
So they host the class?
They had to split the class up with 800 students in one live lecture room, and then the other 300 and something are in another room, and it's getting beamed in for them to see that one right there. So she says that your final project in that class is called the Hack Yourself Project. And it is a self-improvement project in which you come up with a plan of okay, these are the things that I am going to do in order to be happier, and here's how I'm going to execute that plan. She says that her course is the hardest class at Yale because it involves you having to see a real change in your life habits, which makes you accountable for every day how you live.
You can't just lie your way through all that, or you need to show something.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a fascinating idea. I think one of the keys there, though, and one of the things that's really hard, as you know, everyone, with your New Year's resolution, that when you decide to come up with some action items about how you're going to change every day,
And you can't go by your feelings. You got to just make the changes every day. Just got to keep doing it.
See, discipline is doing it. What did I see? A quote from Mike Tyson the other day. Discipline is doing something you hate and doing it like you love it. Something like that. I think it was about feeding pigeons. I can't remember. But
it was something that we can apply to this story.
I got what he was talking about. So next semester, I'm going to finally get happy. I'm going to Yale.
The Riot talks about wanting a day off, but when do we get a day off from them?
Whoa! You suck at this!
It's the worst of the Riot on Radio U.
Nikki, speaking of online social media, of course, you can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Radio U, see what we're up to. But I feel like we're going to have to take the keys away from a few people after what I just saw.
What do you mean?
Well, I see that last night, we told Josh that, okay, Josh, you can put things on Facebook if you want, but he's posting about This Is Us.
Oh, the TV show? Is it the Crockpot thing?
Yep.
Dude, if I was Crockpot, I'd be so mad.
I don't even understand what
it is?
No, because can I just tell you, I see people sometimes talking about This Is Us, and they're
like your mom, but it's actually really popular. So it's not just with parents.
Exactly what you just said. When they start talking about This Is Us, my thought is like, okay, we're old now, and because what I really want to see is stories about people whose life sucks like mine.
No, I think, though, that show has a little bit wider of an audience.
I know. But,
so it's not just moms and grandmas, though I see a lot of postings from,
to me,
your mom.
It feels like a mom show.
Sure. Well, when you're talking about a crock pot, yes.
Hey, no, just in defense of crock pots.
I know you make a dip.
I will tell you right now, I make both a dip and a barbecue ham that requires a crock pot. And so
that's the reason you have it.
I don't like the idea of someone saying that crock pots are just for moms because let me tell you something about barbecue ham.
You guys just have no idea. Like a crock pot, you set it, you turn it on, and then like hours later it's done, but you don't have to do anything. It just does it while you're at work or something.
Didn't we just say we were non-commercial, and now we are?
I'm not promoting crockpot, but in case someone's like, what is that?
You just turn on a crockpot and you leave it, and you come back, your meal's ready.
You feel bad. Like, if you feel like you left something on at home or didn't shut your door or didn't lock something, you would feel like that the entire day because you have this thing heating up in your house.
It's a slow cooker.
Yes.
So you don't have to be so worried. It's a slow cooker.
So I know they're fine, but I think probably back in the day they were more dangerous. And in this show, there's supposed to be something where the main guy.
Yeah, I guess like the big hook of the show is like, how did Jack die, and has something to do with a crock pot. So I just assumed he choked on one.
Fire or something.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
But man, I would be so mad if I was. Is Crockpot the company or?
Yeah, well, Royal. Okay, I think Crockpot is a brand. Is a brand. Yeah,
but is it like Jell-O? Like you're just not sure?
Well, I'm looking at Josh's post, and he put a picture of a big Crockpot on there, and it says Rival Crockpot. So maybe Crockpot is like their brand.
I'd be suing the show because it's like I saw from Facebook. I saw other people like the results of when the news came out that's how the character was going to die, and they're like, "My mom got rid of their Crockpot." Like everybody's throwing theirs out. Yeah,
I'm not getting rid of mine because
I'd be upset.
You're telling me Super Bowl Sunday. And you want me to not make barbecue ham because reasons.
This is the reason.
That negative. I'm going to have to reject that outright.
Well, if you want to see the article and the stuff, that's up at Radio U on our Facebook page.
Well, this is the thing I have to say about This Is Us. People are like, you should watch this. You should watch it. I'm like, okay, so you're telling me that once a week you watch this show and you cry for an hour. Can you explain to me why I want to cry for an hour? And that's something, I have a problem with that, like, across the board. And again, I'm a terrible person probably, but whatever. But, like, this idea that, man, this makes me cry, you should try it. I'm actually living a lifestyle where I'm trying to minimize crying.
I know.
I'm actively trying to minimize crying.
Sometimes it feels good to get it out, though.
You know what would be even better? To not have it in.
Well, yeah, but not in this day and age.
You're saying that it's everyone has it in?
Yes, we do, and we can't bottle it up.
You know what, Nikki? The thing, though, is, you know what? Now we're going to get in a whole thing here. But
now this is therapy.
I'm just saying, for me, all right, like, it wouldn't take much to work me up into a good cry, and I could just cry all the time. So what I'm doing is I'm like, keep the cork in the bottle.
Keep the show off.
We're not. Like, watch this, you'll cry. No.
Put the lid back on the crock pot because we're not doing it.
I'm going to go back to that Chuck Norris movie with the thing with the beer and the SUV and the hole. You'd have to have been listening earlier.
Nikki and Obadiah. Obadiah and Nikki.
Love, hate, hate, love.
All right, everyone in, let's go!
It's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
So the NFL is having a little get-together this weekend. Don't know if you guys had heard about it. Gather around the bowl, drop the kids off.
It's a Super Bowl. It's a big one.
It's a big one.
Got the Eagles and the Patriots.
Well, that's what they say. I don't know if I can believe them or not. But yeah, Eagles and Patriots Super Bowl this weekend. You guys remember the big deal about April the giraffe last year? About, like, did it have a baby? Is she having a baby? When's the giraffe going to have the baby? Where's the baby giraffe?
Yeah, I remember that vaguely.
Well, guess what? April just made her Super Bowl predictions.
Boy, they're just making money off this giraffe left and right, aren't they?
She's an internet celebrity now, Nikki. Like, there for a while, she was just a giraffe living in animal prison and being fed rations daily. Then they brought another animal in to knock her up, and then it was like, hey, look, I'm a celebrity now.
A celebrity giraffe.
Real Housewives of the Zoo. And so she's continued her reality show and her Instagram account. And now
she's trying to get back out there by making waves with her predictions for the Super Bowl.
Back in the game, Nikki. So here's how April makes her predictions. They got a big sign that says New England, and they got a big sign that says Philadelphia. Then they put food on top of each one of the posters.
And see which one she goes to?
Which one does she go to? And I've got bad news if you are a fan of Philly.
So she's going to the Patriots?
She went for New England.
That's because it's big Patriots money.
Big Patriots money paid for all this.
All of that zoo.
Could be. I don't actually know. She lives at Animal Adventure. It's a privately owned zoo in New York.
Oh, la-di-da.
So
I'm sure it's quite nice.
I mean, we think. We don't know. I've never been there. I'm not comfortable making a statement like that. You know what I'm saying? I only have these photos to go off of.
You don't know.
You have no idea
that's a big lie.
What goes on there. So, it's fine. When I look at it, I just know that that's not what I want to be eating when I go to a Super Bowl party this weekend. She had what appears to be a head of lettuce or cabbage or something. I don't want to see anything green unless it's been dyed green.
True.
When I go to the Super Bowl party this weekend. So
Starting your day with the worst of the riot is a great idea because it's guaranteed to get better from here. It's the Riot on Radio U.
it is the Riot on Radio U, 877-2-RADIO-U.
I think the last time Glasslands joined us was in studio, so if you want to take a trip back through our Radio U Riot YouTube channel, you can find that there. But Josh comes today by way of phone and with a new song, too.
Yeah, man, it's New Music Friday, and Josh is dropping new music. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you doing?
You guys doing?
We're doing good. How about you?
Good. I'm doing well.
Good.
Thanks. Doing well.
Well,
yeah, got my coffee and ready to talk. Let's do this.
Josh, tell us about your coffee today. What kind are you drinking?
Oh, it's typical Seattle's best roasted hazelnut.
Oh, now that sounds lovely.
Okay, now are you?
Yeah, it's very delightful.
You tired this morning because you were up all night playing PUBG on the Xbox?
I was not.
So,
I was well rested because I knew I had to talk to you guys.
Oh, good.
Look
Very
at this guy.
responsible
Look at
of
this
you.
guy.
Very good.
I always like to get some video game chat in with Josh because he does play. So did you pick up PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds back in December?
I did not. I was going to, but then no one else that I play with on Xbox got it. So,
okay.
I downloaded Fortnite the other day and played it once and then got mad and then stopped.
So now, Josh, do you pick up a game based on if you know enough people around you will want to play online with you? Or, yeah?
Yeah, because it gets boring playing by yourself.
Yeah.
So I still mainly just play Overwatch. Jordan and I, our guitarists, play Overwatch a lot.
Okay.
On Xbox. So.
Man, I still haven't gotten into Overwatch. I feel like it's too late, but I really should have.
Too late to jump in.
Too late, man.
Yeah.
Why didn't
Brandon... Yeah, Brandon plays on PC, so you can play with him.
Okay, yeah. See, Brandon's he's got fans and friends and stuff. And
you don't want to interrupt.
I don't know if I want to try to get in on that, because then it would just be like, who's this guy? He sucks.
Well, I just want to worry with you guys, and you too, Obi, sometimes, when it's important times, like for Glasslands with new music, that it's not like, well, we're almost done, but, someone picked up a new game and everybody's in on it, and it's taking up time.
Okay. All right. So talk to us, Josh, about how you're doing. How are you, Josh the man?
Josh the man. Josh is doing well.
Yeah.
I've been super busy, kind of doing this little school thing right now, so that's different. And
wait, pause. What's a little school thing?
You're doing classes.
Well, I'm doing this 10-week coding boot camp deal.
Okay.
For computer programming stuff. So I've been doing that since the beginning of the year, so it's keeping me real busy, and Glasslands is keeping me super busy. So,
well, super busy,
just a busy man.
And you've got new music out today. Tell us about Misery Game, the new song.
Indeed, yeah. So this is the first song we all have done together, and we actually did the entire thing at Jordan's studio. So we wrote and produced it and recorded it, mixed, mastered it all ourselves, mainly Jordan.
That's his job.
So it's pretty. Yeah, it's true. He's the audio technical guy of the band. So so we did it all there, which is cool, and we're really excited for people to hear it.
So for Misery Game, which you're going to play in a second from Glasslands, so this is brand new stuff. Then does that mean other new songs are being worked on, are finished, or you will start to work on, or you just do this one song?
Yeah, so we're just putting out this one song as a single. We really wanted to get something out for people to hear, kind of just our evolved sound and where we're going, and then we're gonna be writing and working on new stuff to put a new album out. Hopefully this year. We'll see though.
Okay, well that's exciting. I mean, it hasn't been that long.
I feel like,
right?
Josh, you love your fans a lot, because some bands are like, we'll just see in a couple of years, but you are really making an effort to, even if a full album or an EP's not done, to at least get a new song out there.
Yeah. I'd rather just get on with it and put some new music,
Yeah.
Because we've all been, I've been writing music since we put Pariah out, so I haven't just been waiting. So, I'm just ready for people to hear some new stuff, even though I think it's been like a year and a half, maybe.
Okay, so it's been longer than I thought. I didn't think it had been that long since Pariah had come out, but I'm wrong.
Well, we're ready now.
So, Josh, here's something I'd like to know. Like, Jordan did not produce Pariah, right?
Correct.
Okay, well, I'll just say, I've got to give him some props. This, Misery Game, it's not just good artistically, but it's produced well. It sounds good.
Good. Thanks so much, man. Yeah, he'll love hearing that.
Yeah, so props to
Now
Jordan.
he might want to play online with you. So.
Hey, listen,
I
was not trying to curry favor. I'm just being honest, because, hey, look, how many times has someone been like, yeah, we produced this ourselves.
And it does not sound the same.
On the inside, for me, I groan a little bit because I'm like, uh-oh.
No, the quality's there.
Uh-oh. And no, you guys produced this yourself, and it sounds great. So congratulations on Misery Game. New music from Glasslands, dude.
Thanks so much.
So, all right, Josh, hang on for us.
Hang tight. Right. So, Misery Game is now out and available today.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
It's available. So, if you check out RadioU.com, and from there you can click onto Glasslands for their Facebook page or their website. Maybe that's what Josh is going and taking classes to learn stuff for, but you never know. So, he'll have a chance to get details on the new song there.
If you were offended or disgusted by anything Obadiah said this morning...
If you weren't so dumb, I might be offended.
You must be new. You'll get used to it. The Riot on Radio U.
You know what I did yesterday? I was sitting in the Radio U lobby with my laptop, because if you got a laptop, the world's your office. You just wander around, and I do. I just wander around the building.
You're just like, where's Obi? It's like, well, he's just around.
I was just around, and so I was just sitting in the lobby. There's a fairly comfortable couch out there, and... the thing is, when I'm at home and I'm using my laptop, I sit on this kind of window seat overlooking this, whatever. It's not really much of a view, but it's mine, so I'll take it. And I was sitting there in the lobby, and the radio station was on, and I was trying to write something, and I was like, I can't, sometimes I can't focus. In fact, I feel like I have caught adult ADHD. Sometimes I have the craziest hard time focusing on just about anything. And so I was sitting in the lobby and I was like, okay, Google, stop.
But there isn't one in the lobby.
We don't have voice-activated anything in our lobby.
You can't turn Radio U off with that.
I know, but at home, I can.
Sure.
So I'm used to just sitting there, and as I'm trying to write, I can just say, okay, Google, stop, and the music stops. And then I realized What am I doing? I have now reached a point where I expect things to respond to my voice. What's going on? I just felt like it was a moment where I crossed over into some new place.
Where it became very familiar for you to do, and then when you can't do it, it's very odd.
Yes, I was like, what do you can't talk to it? It's not listening to you. You know, I'm sure many of you will no doubt be thinking about that scene in Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home.
No one is.
When Mr. Scott was trying to talk to the apple through the mouse.
No.
I mean, isn't that the first thing that came to mind for everyone?
Nope. Just you.
The whales one, Nikki.
Oh, is that the whales one?
Boom.
I don't even remember it at this point, but I just know that they were trying to transport, or what is it when they beam? Is a beam?
Yeah, beam and transport. Those are both.
They were beaming the whale, weren't they?
Yeah.
In the water?
Mm-hmm.
So
Captain, there be whales here.
That's all I remember.
Yeah. So I was talking to our dumb speakers out in the lobby, and they did not get quiet. So just want to let you know that's where I'm headed. I just expect everything to respond to me when I talk to it.
Even if Google Home wasn't there.
Even if it's not there.
When Obi talks, we listen.
That's right. Technology obeys. Or completely ignores me like most of the other people in my life.
Want to know what the Riot is doing right now? Follow them on Instagram and Twitter at riot.radiou.com. It's the worst of the Riot on Radio U. The Riot. Food fight.
All right, finally, I'm back on the do.
Another Riot food fight. So Obi stopped drinking soda last summer.
Yes.
And with that,
totally worth it. If you are a soda jerk like me, where you're drinking, I was drinking 3, sometimes 4, or the equivalent of 3 to 4 44-ounce sodas a day.
You had a lot.
Not every day. There would be days where I would only have 1 or 2.
And then there'd be other days where there'd be more, and that would balance each other out.
It's fine.
So he stopped with that, but then every so often you still have a clear soda or like a caffeine-free one.
Now, to be clear, many of you will say, Obadiah, it's all clear soda. They just add color. You're right. But what Nikki is saying is that the ones that had their claws in my back and their, slave collar around my neck, those were the dark colors. The Diet Cokes, the Diet Dr. Peppers.
That's what you've
that
basically...
caramel coloring, I could not shake it.
We give it up. So we kind of joked, it's like, well, Mountain Dew, which you gave up, we couldn't just let you go, so they had to come out with a clear soda.
Hey, they're trying to get me back in.
So this is Mountain Dew Ice, which is like their equivalent of a Sprite, so it's a lemon citrus flavor.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
and
so
I like the labeling on the bottle. I thought
it looks nice.
Looked interesting enough.
It looks nice. I will tell you what it
looks like
smells
I'm supposed
like.
to be going on the rink and go ice skating.
Oh, just like Tanya, huh? Just like Tanya.
No, not just like Tanya.
Exactly like her.
Like hockey.
Oh, okay, whatever. All right, so it smells like Alka-Seltzer lemon lime.
I mean, it smells like Sprite or 7-Up.
See, I think it smells like, especially when it's bubbling, like when I first poured it, I thought it smelled exactly like Alka-Seltzer, because I take that back in November when I had the cold.
Oh, when you were sick, sure. If not, I say more 7-Up smell than Sprite.
Okay, all right.
But people say it could taste just like Sprite. Oh, do you have a diet flavor of this? A diet ice?
Not that I know of. Boy, there's money in that. Regular ice is loaded with calories. But with our new filtered water diet ice, we promise you.
I like it, and I don't like Mountain Dew, so I don't drink it. But I would drink this because I'm a Sprite fiend.
It tastes to me like
more 7-Up than Sprite.
I would actually say Sierra Mist.
Yes, okay.
Which, if you spend enough time with the clear sodas,
you know the
begin
difference.
to notice distinctions. Sierra Mist, but it's got a little bit of a. Well, I'd say it's a little bit of a kick, but you know what it is? It's just more sugar.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is. It's way sweeter than that is, but it's weird. I don't understand. I do understand. You put the Mountain Dew label on it, and people that would never drink.
How is this not? It's like, I don't understand how they're doing this.
Well, I mean, like, people would buy this that would never buy a Sierra Mist or something. They would try Mountain Dew Ice. Like, it's okay. It's pretty good. I'll tell you this. Oh, yeah.
We're drinking the rest this morning.
I'm not going to have any trouble finishing this little cup off. I can tell you that right now.
Nate says he liked it quite a bit. And then Latoya says tastes just like Sierra Mist.
Well, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
He says he's from Dayton. Okay.
I would agree. I think more Sierra Mist than now that you said that. But still really good.
Oh, my gosh. It's so good.
Easy there.
It's so good.
Easy there. So your Riot food fight for Mountain Dew Ice. That's the new clear one from them. Have we unleashed a monster?
It's good.
You become like the Hulk and you start drinking everything.
I don't want any of it that I have on my lips. I don't want to waste that.
Are you going to have another cup?
You know what? I might, but it's okay because
it's clear. It's like
diet.
medicinal.
It's not clear. I'm fine. You're gonna watch me. I'm just getting excited right now. I'm really it's such a great day.
And I see a problem that we've just done.
I just feel good.
We searched for something positive to say about the riot and finally came up with one word: consistent. Consistently terrible, but still consistent. Radio U. The Riot on Radio U.
Oh!
Come on. You ready?
Do you know what I've noticed?
What?
This bet is played at the same time the last 3 days. Something's up in the rotation. It's supposed to rotate around.
It doesn't.
It keeps coming up right here.
It knows we're ready.
I'm telling you, we're killing it. We're killing it.
Why are we not, we're on the DJ side of things?
It reminds me of that scene in Scott Pilgrim where he and the girl are playing that ninja game. That's you and me right now. We're playing the ninja game and we're just killing
Why
it.
can't we be in music? We should totally be on this song.
I know. We could absolutely do it.
It is a New Music Friday for Loyals. Thanks also to Josh. He checked in from Glasslands. We had a chance for you to hear their new song, Misery Game, that interview, and then also our most recent Riot food fight, which we just did for Mountain Dew Ice. That's posted if you go to our Radio U Riot YouTube channel, or if you visit us at Radio U Riot on Facebook. They're all there.
Yeah, you'll find everything that we've been up to is listed there. Nikki, how much Bitcoin do you have?
I have 0.
Okay. You know what I've been thinking about?
I like to keep it consistent. Like if you don't have any coin.
Yeah, if you guys have been paying attention, Bitcoin is this cryptocurrency. It has no nation that it owns. I don't even really understand how it works.
But they're all it's the currency of the future,
blah,
that
blah,
sort
blah,
of thing.
whatever. I have thought, and if I had just followed through on this thought 2 years ago, I would actually have way more money. But I've got a high-end graphics card. That's how you do your Bitcoin mining, that I could turn into a Bitcoin miner. And I could just...
I think it's too late.
It's not.
But I feel like it is. You would have lost the bigger chance for more money.
It's one of those things where, I'm not going to become a millionaire doing that, but I could probably make... I was listening to another guy talk about it. He and I we both have NVIDIA 1080 cards. And if you don't know what that is, if you want to build a computer that plays high-end video games, like an Xbox or a PlayStation, you've got to buy a separate graphics card in order to do that. And so it's kind of like a little video game console you put inside your computer. And those cards are good at doing a lot of calculations very quickly.
Sure.
And that is where the Bitcoin mining comes in. And I was listening to a guy say that he's like, I set my computer up at a certain load and whatever, and he was making about $40 a week off of his Bitcoin miner.
It's something.
It's
shows you if you really go into it.
Right.
You're going to put some money in it. And if you've been doing it, you could have made some money.
So Bitcoin's down. They say that it's lost half of its value in 6 weeks, which means that it's continuing to go down. Now, some people are saying, it's going to go down, but it will go back up.
Fluctuate.
You got to wait on it. The market will fluctuate with it. But a lot of people are cracking down on it. People don't like it, especially nation states don't like it. Oh my gosh, what are we in history class now? Nation states. Nations don't like it because nations want people buying into their currency.
Sure.
And so cryptocurrency doesn't belong to a particular nation, so they
don't like that.
Yeah. Now, there are a lot of online retailers that do accept it, so you can do stuff with it. I don't know. I've thought about it.
Kyle said he just texted his brother's he's got 3 mining rigs right now. It's worked out well for him. He's been doing it for a couple of months. His investment per rig would take 4 months to pay for itself.
Wow. So he needs a year of mining in order to make that
back.
work. Yeah. Which that's what we're seeing a lot of. And it's fascinating to watch because if you guys, depending on how long you've listened to the show, my graphics card, when I bought it, I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning and it was not easy to get. And now I could sell my graphics card right now and make almost twice what I paid for it because graphics card money, everybody wants to mine Bitcoin. So those things have gotten to be worth a ton of money
now.
And you can't just go buy one. If I wanted to go buy one, forget it. You wouldn't be able to get your hands on it. It is weird out there. And it's just tempting enough to maybe try it. Just see if you could just a little, maybe. But then you're like, what am I doing? Why am I
You
doing
could get some lunch money out of it.
I know.
Well, spending cash.
See, the other side of it is you put that kind of load on your graphics card week after week, month after month, it will ruin it.
It takes its toll.
And, Nikki, I like to play video games.
I know you do.
I bought that card because I like the games and to play them. So
not for mining.
I don't know. Maybe let's do it on Eric's computer, and we won't tell him, and then we'll just split the money.
You know how you like yours?
Yeah.
I think he likes his as well.
Okay.
I don't think either of you is the right one to go with.
Is there anybody that we could, trick and get money out of? Is there any way to do that?
Let's just think about it. We'll talk about it.
I mean, is that illegal? We don't want to be mean. We just want money.
It's the worst of the riot, because calling it the best of the riot would be a lie. Radio U.
I love how much Eric has just been grocery shopping right now.
Under the guise of it being a riot food fight.
It's for the show.
Let's see. Earlier we did a riot food fight with Mountain Dew Ice. Which, if you have tried that flavor, let us know if you liked it or not. I made a Twitter poll if you follow at Radio U. So you can see that there and then watch our riot food fight from our YouTube channel. But on Monday, we should be trying, finally, the new Diet Coke flavors.
Oh, look at them.
Eric brought those all in.
It's 4 fancy flavors, and then the Diet Coke
is
base.
in the fancy can.
Mm-hmm.
There's the ginger lime, feisty cherry, mango, and a blood orange.
Blood orange. Yeah, Eric's saying he likes the Mountain Dew Ice. I liked it.
It's good. I thought so, too.
I thought it was pretty good.
But, I mean, watch our review for more
if you guys
in-depth commentary.
Get all the inside info on it. Nikki, talk to me about how you're sleeping right now. Well, you're not asleep right now.
No, but how's my sleeping pattern?
How's your sleep? Yeah.
Pretty good. I still wake up a couple of times. I can't get a full night's sleep.
Like all the way through?
Yeah, I'll usually wake up at this point now around 3 in the morning, and I get up around 4:30, 4:45, so I wake up with that.
I'm constantly terrified I'm just going to oversleep.
And not make it?
I don't understand why, but you would think at this point I would stop being like that, but I'm doing the same thing. About 3 a.m., I wake up. I'll wake up again about 4.
You wake up at 3 and you're just like praying. You're like, please don't be right before my alarm. Like, let me be able to go back to sleep, and it's usually around 3.
Well, the thing is, I usually wake up somewhere between 2 and 5 minutes before my alarm. And I know most people will go back to sleep, but I usually will just go ahead and get up because I'm trying to get some exercise before I get up and stuff. But I think I might have the solution for both of us, really, on what we're going to need in order to get all the way through the night.
That would be?
Yeah, well, one is quit our jobs. That's the stress level of having to get up in the morning is really causing us to not get the sleep that we need.
We don't have to quit our jobs. We just have to change our jobs so it's a different time.
Well, what if the riot just started when we wanted it to? Just when, and that's it could be any time during the day.
I would
just
normally
keep listening.
say yes, but we need to be consistent at least with a start time for everybody because they're like, I don't know when I'm supposed to listen.
No, but that's the thing. You're supposed to always be listening.
Never tune out.
See, that's some radio programming right there. We're going to build what they call time spent listening. Listen between the hours of 6 a.m. and 5:59 a.m.
The TSL.
And you will eventually hear the riot.
That's right.
That's a whole other thing. We're way off base now.
What else are we supposed to do?
Well, we're going to join the NFL.
The NFL?
Yeah.
For sleeping?
Well, you and I are going to join the NFL.
Is it that boring?
No, but here's what they said is apparently the NFL and Sleep Number beds, they have gotten into bed together, and every player in the NFL
has a Sleep Number bed?
They're giving them a Sleep Number bed.
Well, that's not fair because they have the money for it.
I know. But, Nikki, that's the way it works.
Should on behalf.
People who have money, people just give them more money.
Sure.
People who don't have money are like,
don't get anything.
Can I please have a place to sleep? No. Here's cardboard. Shut up.
I think Sleep Number beds are pretty expensive.
They are. I can tell you, and I'm not going to name any names, but I had a friend of mine who bought a Sleep Number bed, and I know that he paid over $5,000 for it.
Not for the bed.
Yes.
Are you talking about for the room?
I mean,
furniture
it was like,
set?
I think there's a box spring involved or whatever you get with a Sleep Number bed. But
well, I'll tell you the number then because that is no. I'm not doing that.
Well, he used the F word, finance. So he.
And then later the other one.
And then the other F word when the bill finally came.
Was stuck in financing for that.
Right.
Aw, that's a mess for your bed. I know you're supposed to spend some money on your bed,
I know.
but that's a lot.
I think I spent like $400. I got a foam bed in a little box at Costco.
And
when you take it home, you open it up, and it's like.
I think one of the same ones, and then I bonus spent, and I bought the topper. So that was like an extra $150, $200.
I have that, yeah. No, but anyway, if
I'm
we
a
join
princess. I can have more stuff on the bed.
Well, if they quit putting peas in there, I think we should join the NFL. Let's join up the NFL. Get a sleep number bed.
It's also not fair because I think they get enough exercise. I'm sure they sleep well anyways.
They probably do.
Where we're not getting anything and we don't have the bed.
Oh, that's not true, Nikki.
I know you're getting exercise, but not to what they're getting.
Okay, well, I'll accept that. I mean, I'm not in tip-top shape, as it were, but still, I can't imagine that they wouldn't want to give us sleep number beds. And that way, think of this campaign. Now, we're non-commercial, so they couldn't run it here, but all across the world, the bed the Riot sleeps in. And everybody's like, wow.
The show's changed because they finally are not tired.
Imagine it. I don't even know if you'd recognize it, quite frankly.
I don't even think you guys would want that.
Yeah. Well, this is yet another, advertising, blah, 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 whatever, NFL, Super Bowl, bed, whatever.
Don't say that.
Oh, wait, that's right. We're not. No, this is editorializing. I can say it.
Editorializing, you can say Super Bowl.
I can say it.
You can do that.
This was the worst of the riots, and we'd like to congratulate you on having the stomach to stick around to the very end. The Riot exists because Radio U exists, and Radio U only exists because of your support. Find out more and give now at radiou.com/donate.
I got my tonsils out, and they also got my gender bias out.